Okay, so what we can do in the previous upload example, if you remember, I have made a struts.xml file. I'll just go here, I select it and I say copy and I paste it here. But this time we are saying what? Index login action. Action is what? Login action, right? So here we'll write what? If the action is login action, then go to where? On which class? You go to the class name is what? I have a login action, right? See the class name which we have, com.example.login action, right? It will call execute method from there, and if it returns success, it will go to the success.jsp. If it returns error, it will go to the failure.jsp, right? So that is the code of I can say struts.xml only. And now next we will come back to here, the login action class. What this guy will contain? This is again the very normal, or it just pozo class only. Okay, now we will have some property like username and password and name, right? So what I'll do here, I'll just say here private string user, right? Private string name. Okay, private string uh, password. Okay, we are having three properties now. So we will generate a getter setter method for all these three. Okay, so I'll just right click and source. So I'll go for generate getter and setter, and I'll check all these three and say get name and set name. So getter and setter is ready now, right? Now we'll make a execute method here, right? So we'll say here public string execute. Okay, and finally I'll say here return. If it is error, we'll say return error, right? So I'll say return consider rate. So what is rate here? We are declaring one string variable here, string rate equal to, let us say I have a error. Okay, now there are some property we are having in action support. So first of all, just say here extends action support. Import this class now. Okay, action support, it has been imported now. Okay, so inside that we'll say here connection class, connection con, because we are going to connect with the database. So we need some of the, like I can say import java.sql.star, you can say, or connection. You can also call the individual classes, right? Okay, so this is done now. Inside that, what we'll do? We'll do connections. So we can write here, I just say try catch, right? And then I say exception e, right? Correct. Now in the next code we'll write like class.forename and connection con. So let us say class dot for name, and here I will say com dot mysql dot jdbc dot driver. Okay, and then I say con equal to driver manager dot get connection. What connection? So URL, right? So URL is like, and then username, and then I can say password, right? Username is root, password is admin, and then I'll say here jdbc colon mysql colon slash slash localhost colon 3306 slash, what was the database? It was struts2 test, right? This is my database. If you can check here, struts2 test, right? Okay, now, so I'm ready with the connection now. Just say semicolon, right? Now we can fire a query select star from, right? So I'll just say here prepare statement st equal to con dot prepare statement, and then we can say select star from login, right? Who, which user, where, login equal to where user equal to question mark, and password equal to question mark, right? Okay, and then we'll say here st dot set string. What is string? First column, first question mark will replace with user, right? St dot set string, second question mark will replace with password, right? In index, what we are entering here, we are entering username password, right? User and password. So here we are saying user and password, right? Now then st dot execute query. This guy will give me the result set, right? Result set rs equal to, now here I'll say rs dot next, right? So it will come to the record, first record, right? And then I'll say name, name equal to the name which we have mentioned above, rs dot get string. So get the name of that guy. So name is in which column? In, it is in third column, right? So I'll say here 3, right? So I'll get the string here, right? Because I am retrieving all here star. If I could have written select name only, so I could have written just get a string only, right? And then return equal to what? Success. Okay. If some exceptions occurs, then it will come to the catch block. Then I will write here that return equal to error. Okay. We can add some finally block. Say finally. Okay. If con not equal to null, then again we can have a try catch here, right? Try and catch exception. Here I'll say con dot close, so closing the connection here, right? Fine, save it. So con, I just assign here con equal to, it is a local variable, so you have to initialize it, right? Yes. Here we are saying return rate. Now we have completed our job. We have written the action class or poser class here. So the mapping also I have done, right? babe.xml. Here I have to write the same which I did in a previous session. I mean, just filter dispatcher only. I'll just say here, select it from here and say copy and paste it here. Okay. So what we are saying now, we are saying that display name. Okay, this is what it is not required here. Struts2 with database. Okay. So this is my welcome page, and then we are having filter dispatcher and then filter mapping. So if any request come, it will go to the filter dispatcher, right? Filter dispatcher will further through the certain mapper mapping. It will use struts.xml. Here it will look for the, sorry, here it will look for this login action. If login action, this class and method will get executed. If return success, run this page, failure page, right? babe.xml. We are doing database connectivity, so we need to add mysql.jar file here, right? So let us say I have certain jar file for this. This is mysql.jar. I just copy from here and go to here and paste it in this library, right? So just right click and paste. So I got mysql.jar because we are using mysql driver here now. Now we will run this application. So run as or run on server. Next, I'll say here finish. Okay. It is just starting the server. Server has been restarted. Now I think application is running now, right? So it is asking for the username. If I enter suppose some other name, I enter Tom and say some password is there. Say login. So you are saying, it is saying you are not authorized, right? So error page is generating here. Now if I go to here and I say my username is James and password is Bond, right? And I say login. It is generating error here, success.jsp page. So we'll see the success.jsp page if there is some mistake with that. We'll go to here. So s property name, I have used name here, right? Struts hyphen tags I have used here, and here we are saying s colon property. Let us write it again. s colon property, right? Okay, so name equal to, and there is not name, it should be value, right? Value equal to name, so that name will come here, right? Okay, save it. Now we'll go back to here and we'll say refresh. So you can see it is coming welcome Mr. Tom, because the name is what? Mr. Tom, right? You are successfully logged in, right? So that's all about the connecting struts with database. I have used here JDBC concept to connect it, right? Thanks a lot.